I'm in the boardroom of Haval Motors South Africa, and I'm joined by Tyron Alberts, the sales manager of Haval South Africa. Tyron, welcome, and thanks for having me here.
No problem at all, and thank you for being here, taking the time out.
Absolutely. You know, the reason I'm here is Haval South Africa, and a 2-month time period. You've stirred the market. You've done some amazing things in such a short period of time. What has actually been going on at Haval South Africa for the last couple of months?
There's been a lot of hard work and dedication going on behind the scenes. It's been between us, Haval Motors South Africa, our dealer partners, and then obviously our product, right, and getting that out into the marketplace.
Well, of course, I've said 2 months, but it's how many months in the background and behind the scenes. 2 months has been in the public eye.
Yeah.
That's when you launched the H2.
Yes.
And the launch of Haval South Africa.
Yeah.
And let's just chat the H2 for a couple of moments.
Wow, what a car.
Oh, you gave me a special privilege of being among the first to get to test the H2. And you blew me away. As a motoring journalist, I can tell you, I take my hat off because really, I had expectations, yes. But I had expectations based on value only at first.
Okay. Yeah, value is a very important part in our value starved economy. People are value starved. They're looking for the best value for money. They want all the features, benefits, and they want the reliability. And I think as a whole, Haval is a full package.
Well, you blew me away, as I said. I started looking only at value, because that is the perception of Chinese brands generally, is value only. But then it went beyond that to me, and I can tell you I've been reading lots of other reports. I've been reading lots of other features on the H2 specifically, because that is your first model.
Yes.
And it's just been blowing everyone away on value, yes, but wow, look at the quality, look at the product, not just the value.
Yes.
And you've taken, I think, the market by storm.
Yeah, I think that's it's a grouping of us, our dealer partners, our marketing, and then the end user being interested in our product. And together it's created a synergy that's taken the market by storm, in my opinion.
Well, I'm backing you up on that, so I'll agree with you there. And, the uptake, the public uptake on the H2 has been amazing. People are even waiting for cars, which is virtually unheard of in the current market, isn't it?
Yeah. Look, our expectations were met and exceeded. And yes, currently there are, a small waiting list on our vehicles, and they'll be coming in, and that waiting list will disappear, and we'll have consistent stock. I also believe that in the future, the brand will go from strength to strength, bearing in mind, even though Haval, as a motor holding company, sold 1,052,000 vehicles last year. I mean, that's double the whole South African market.
of new vehicles, yeah. And
that's an SUV brand.
Correct.
So it's going from strength to strength, but locally, we've just got to work at it, and we've got to keep everything going right. They're very stringent in the way things have to be done, and we have to accept that. If we don't accept it, we're going to end up as a casualty, and we will not accept that.
Well, the way you've opened up, your opening salvo, can I call it, I don't see casualties happening, except maybe to other people, but certainly not to you, because you are making a stir. The H2, yes, we've mentioned that now, and that's created a lot of it. What's coming next?
In the next month and a half, we'll be launching the H6C. I'm very excited about that product. That is the biggest selling SUV in the Haval lineup globally.
Right.
And I think it's really going to take our market by storm.
Can you give me some details on the H6C?
Yeah, sure. It's going to be a 2-litre turbo.
Right.
145 kilowatts.
That's a lot of power.
It's got more than enough power. You don't need to use it all. Fuel economy is phenomenal. It's got all the bells and whistles. The city spec, which is our entry level,
right,
is spec'd a cut above the rest. In other brands you get your entry, your middle, and your higher.
Right.
Our entry level is, I'd say, in the middle of most other brands.
Okay. And then you do have top spec version
Yes,
as well.
Yes, yes.
And you mentioned the 2-litre turbo engine gearboxes,
Gearbox is going to come in manual, normal conventional 6-speed manual.
6-speed,
Yeah.
right?
And then 6-speed DCT box.
Sorry, you said DCT?
DCT box.
Now that's something else that the H2 has a standard automatic.
Yes.
Torque converter automatic 6-speed as well.
Yeah.
But now you're going to DCT with H6C.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's another
That's
big...
something very exciting. I've had the privilege of driving one, short distance, but
Okay.
and I'm impressed.
Now you're having the reveal in a couple of weeks' time. Am I going to get to drive one at this reveal?
We will debate around not whether you're going to drive or anyone's going to drive it. No, we're going to reveal it.
Right.
And once we launch it, definitely the press will get one, and have a go at it and give us. We want to know the truth.
Well, you know you're going to get that from me in particular.
Yeah.
And if it is anywhere near as good as the H2, you know what you know the response I'm going to give you. Price-wise, going to be super competitive again?
Very competitive. I mean, we have to be. There's no doubt about it. Our pricing has to be competitive. Like I said earlier, our economy is value starved, and we don't know what's going to happen in the next 18 months. Things change, and we saw what's happened to our rand dollar in the last couple of days.
For sure.
Last couple of hours. But definitely price competitive. There won't be anything in that segment that will come close to the pricing. Pricing is one thing, and I always believe whatever you want, what you pay for is what you'll get.
Absolutely agree.
And in this case, I actually feel that we're undercutting ourselves, because what you're going to get and
Yeah.
what you pay are miles apart from each other. So, we spoke about it in the offices and that, and I said to the guys, an Haval is not something that you test drive. It's an experience.
I like that
You have
terminology.
to experience the vehicle. It's not a matter of taking it for a test drive, taking it around the block. It's a matter of, there's your keys, ma'am or sir, go and
Right.
experience the vehicle.
I like that terminology, and a lot of things about what Haval are doing are just that little bit different. And here's yet another one.
Yeah, we have to be different. If you're going to do everything that everyone else does, you're going to fall into that same gap. We have to be different, but the fact is you have to experience that vehicle.
And now that's the H6C coming. What else is coming over probably the next 18 months, 2 years?
Well, look, in the next, let's call it 18 months, we'll have the H7, H7L, phenomenal motor car.
Right, and that is...
70 kilowatts, 7-seater. It's a phenomenal car. They'll be coming early next year.
Right.
And then middle to the last quarter of 2018, we're looking at the H9.
Okay.
Which is I don't want to say direct competitor, but size-wise, it's the same as the Land Cruiser, Prado, and so on.
So that's at the top end of your SUVs as such.
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to cover most of the bases on the SUV side of things.
Haval is only SUV.
Yeah.
GWM has been here for
Right.
10 years, and it's going nowhere. Haval came from
Right.
GWM. If it wasn't for
Yes.
GWM, Haval would never have even been formed.
Right.
So the Bakkie model lineup is still with GWM. On Haval's side will be SUV based only.
But now, one or two models that were known under GWM are going to be coming back as Havals as well.
Yes, they can do a couple of tweaks here and there, and give it that premium look, feel, touch.
So the H1's already available, the old
Yes.
GWM M4.
Yes, H1s are available, and then we don't want to undercut either one of the two brands, so they'll still have their place in the market.
Right, fantastic. And believe me, they've got a place. That's for sure.
Definitely.
Tyron, you mentioned earlier your partnership with your dealers and your team here, which I think also, let's give a mention to the team, because I said just now, it's not 2 months. It's certainly a lot of work going on in the background.
There's been a lot of work going on in the background for at least a year locally.
Right.
Locally, I mean a year. It's been working here locally. And in China, it's been going on for a few years, looking at getting us into the South African market. And going forward now, we've got, in China, we've got probably, I would say, easily 20 people that are purely based there in China, working on the South African market, doing analogy, everything.
Right.
And locally, we've also got another 15 to 20 people from China, from head office. And then we've got our South African contingent, and we work very well together. There's no such thing as I in team, and we're a team, and we work well together.
Right. And then you mentioned your dealer network just now. You got an award the other day, though, didn't you? Which I think is a massive for a new brand, and I'm going to use the word new brand now. Yet you got the Customer Satisfaction Award.
Yeah, we went to the NADA Awards, and we were nominated the most improved OEM for 2017, and that's based on what our dealers say about us. Like your normal customer satisfaction index based at dealer level or wherever, our dealers rated us as an OEM, and we grew by 19.5 points or percent, and gave us the most improved award. We're nowhere near where we want to be or where we will be, but we're in the mid-pack now, and next year we're definitely aiming higher. We know where we went right, we know where we went wrong, and we'll fix where we went wrong, and where we went right, we're going to carry on with that.
Well, on that note, Tyron, thank you so much for having me. Wishing you strength, moving from strength to strength, because you're going to do it.
Thank you, Alan. I appreciate it.